August 4th, 2001. Rome, Ciampino Airport. A 56-year-old woman is stopped at the departures gate by officers from Italy's special anti-mafia carabinieri unit. She is carrying 6,000 euros in cash. She says she is traveling to visit her daughter in Malaga. She is on Italy's list of the 30 most wanted fugitives. ANSA, the Italian state news agency, later reports that when the officers blocked her and served the arrest warrant, she didn't bat an eyelid. Her name is Maria Licciardi. She is 5 foot tall. In Secondigliano, the northern Naples suburb she has controlled for nearly a decade, they call her a picciarella, the little one. Italy's interior ministry calls her the strategic head of the Secondigliano Alliance, the most powerful Camorra coalition in southern Italy. Prosecutors in Naples call her something else, La Madrina, the Godmother. She has controlled drug distribution across northern Naples and the surrounding hills, brokered peace between clans that had been killing each other at a rate of 1 death per day, expanded the Camorra's operations into prostitution, the Netherlands, Spain, and South America, and survived 2 years as a fugitive after evading a police sweep in 2019. She is 70 years old when they finally catch her at an airport gate. She looks like someone's aunt. Police sources tell the Telegraph she is soft-spoken, but merciless to those who cross her. She is a born leader of exceptional intelligence. She doesn't bat an eyelid. Before we go further, if you're enjoying this story and want more like it, hit the like button and subscribe. Every video we make goes this deep, and there's a lot more coming. Secondigliano is a suburb on the northern edge of Naples, a concrete sprawl of apartment blocks and commercial strips built during the post-war expansion of the city, where the state has always been a distant abstraction, and the Camorra has always been the practical authority. Maria Licciardi is born there on February 28, 1951. She is the youngest of 4 siblings in a family already embedded in the local criminal network. Her brothers, Gennaro, Pietro, and Vincenzo, will between them build and run the Licciardi clan. Gennaro is the architect. In the early 1990s, he constructs the Secondigliano Alliance, a strategic coalition between 3 of the most powerful northern Naples clans, the Licciardis, the Continis, and the Lorussos, later joined by the Millardo clan from Giuliano. The arrangement is a business agreement more than a military one. The clans divide territory, coordinate drug supply chains, and present a unified front against rivals and police. The result is a level of operational stability that Naples has rarely seen. Gennaro is arrested, Pietro is arrested, Vincenzo is arrested. In 1994, Gennaro dies in prison. The Secondigliano Alliance needs a head. The 3 male leaders of the Licciardi clan are gone or dead. The alliance they built is intact but leaderless. Someone has to sit at the table. Maria steps into the seat. She does not inherit it. There is no ceremony, no investiture, no recognition from any institution. She takes it because she is the only person who can hold what her brothers built together, and because the men who might have challenged her either respect her enough not to, or are afraid of what she represents. She understands the alliance's structure better than anyone alive. She has been watching it for years. She steps in with total clarity about what needs to be done. The story that defines Maria Licciardi's authority, the moment that separates how she operates from how her brothers operated, begins with a contaminated heroin shipment. The Alliance receives a consignment of heroin that Maria's people identify as dangerously pure, too concentrated for street sale without careful dilution. In the quantities and purity arriving, it would kill users rather than serve them. This is not a moral concern. It is a commercial and strategic one. Dead customers are not customers. Public outrage over mass overdose deaths brings police pressure, parliamentary attention, and the kind of scrutiny that is bad for every aspect of the business. Maria issues a ruling. The shipment is to be destroyed. The Lorusso clan disagrees. They repackage the heroin and sell it on the street. The deaths begin almost immediately. The public outrage is exactly what Maria predicted. Italian media covers it as an atrocity. The state response is overwhelming. Police operations, anti-mafia prosecutions, political pressure across the entire region. The Secondigliano Alliance absorbs the consequences of a decision it did not make. And then the war starts. At least 53 people are killed in the feud between the Licciardis and the Lorussos that follows the dispute over the heroin shipment. Bodies appear in the streets of northern Naples with the regularity of a municipal schedule. The alliance Maria inherited from her brothers fractures along the line of that single decision. She survives the war. The Lorusso clan does not survive it intact. When the fighting is over, the Secondigliano Alliance is smaller, but it is hers. Roberto Saviano, the investigative journalist whose book about the Naples Camorra became the basis of the television series Gomorrah, describes what Maria Licciardi builds in Secondigliano as an immense supermarket for drugs. That description is precise. The system she administers is not a street-level drug operation. It is a wholesale and distribution network with the discipline of a commercial supply chain, fixed price points, reliable delivery schedules, quality standards enforced, as the Lorusso conflict demonstrated, by whoever controls the top of the hierarchy. The alliance controls northern Naples and the hills above the city, the Vomero and Posillipo districts. It operates branches in the Netherlands and Spain. Its money laundering operations run through Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Its drug supply chains extend into South America and the Balkans. Under Maria's direction, the alliance adds prostitution to its portfolio. This is a departure from the Camorra's traditional code, which has historically excluded prostitution as a revenue stream. She introduces it anyway. The code is not a moral position. It is a convention, and conventions serve the organization until they don't. She also expands the alliance's diplomatic function, brokering peace between clans that have been killing each other at a rate the region cannot sustain. This is not altruism. An active gang war is expensive, draws police, disrupts supply chains, and kills people who are difficult to replace. Maria understands the economics of peace better than most of the men around her. Prosecutors in Naples describe her as a woman who won a long-running bloody battle between clans that left the city strewn with dead people practically every day. Winning that battle is the job she does. Maria Licciardi is first arrested in August 2001. She is convicted of mafia-related offenses and serves 8 years in prison. She is released in 2009. What happens after her release is the subject of ongoing Italian judicial proceedings. Prosecutors allege that she resumes leadership of the Licciardi clan and the broader Secondigliano Alliance. In the years following her release, the alliance is described by investigators as growing stronger, particularly after Patrizio Bosti, one of the Contini clan's most important figures, is also released from prison in 2020. In June 2019, Italian authorities conduct a major sweep against Camorra leadership. Maria Licciardi is not in the net. She evades the operation and is placed on the list of Italy's most wanted fugitives. She runs for 2 years. Investigators believe she travels to Spain on behalf of the alliance. The organization has significant operations there, and Spain is where several important figures have been arrested over the years. Her arrest at Rome Ciampino Airport in August 2021 comes when she is attempting to board a flight to Malaga. Whether the trip is a visit to her daughter, as she tells the officers, or a business journey, as prosecutors believe, is contested. She is 70 years old. She is carrying 6,000 euros in cash. She doesn't bat an eyelid. The Naples court finds Maria Licciardi guilty of being the leader of a Camorra clan founded by her brothers. The sentence, 12 years and 8 months. Roberto Saviano says she is the inspiration for the character of Cyanel in Gomorrah, a chain-smoking, ruthless female mob boss who is one of the series' most enduring figures. He considers her the real template for what Cyanel represents. Not a woman who becomes powerful by performing masculinity, but a woman whose power is structural, patient, and ultimately more durable than the men around her. In Secondigliano, where she grew up, and where the Licciardi clan remains a present-tense organization, they do not call her La Madrina. They call her Auntie Maria. The name carries something the official title does not: proximity, familiarity, the specific authority of a woman who has been part of the neighborhood's daily fabric for 50 years. The contaminated heroine ruling tells you everything about how she thinks. She is not sentimental. She is not merciful. But she understands that an organization exists to survive, and that survival requires a discipline that the men around her sometimes lack. When the Lorussos overruled her and 53 people died, she did not simply absorb the consequence. She absorbed it, identified who was responsible, fought the war that followed, and emerged from it in a stronger position than she entered it. That is not vengeance. That is institutional management. Police sources describe her as soft-spoken. They describe her as merciless to those who cross her. They describe her as a born leader of exceptional intelligence. They are describing the same person. All three things are simultaneously true. The Secondigliano Alliance was built by her brothers. It was nearly destroyed in a drug feud after her brothers were gone. It survived because she stepped into a leadership vacuum and held it together for a decade, then resumed that role after 8 years in prison, then ran it for 2 more years as a fugitive. She didn't bat an eyelid at Ciampino Airport. She had been doing this since 1994. The organization is still running. So is she. Maria Licciardi built her authority in one of the poorest suburbs in southern Italy, using violence and commerce and institutional intelligence that most of the men around her could not match. In the same decades, she was running the Secondigliano Alliance. A different kind of criminal enterprise was operating at the other end of the Italian class system. Inside a bank with Vatican connections, a Masonic lodge providing cover, and a chairman whose personal fortune was built on money that belonged to no one who would ever admit to owning it. When the Banco Ambrosiano collapsed in 1982, its chairman Roberto Calvi was found hanging under Blackfriars Bridge in London, with bricks stuffed in his pockets and cash sewn into his clothing. The official verdict was suicide. Almost nobody believed it. The money that disappeared has never been fully accounted for. The people responsible were never fully prosecuted. And the institution that provided their cover is still operating today. That story is next.